Here we are with the opening on the last panel. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this empty pin, and I'm going to push the foot bag through this hole right here. As you notice, I'm just sliding these threads around it, around where I'm pushing it through. And now that I already got some through it, I'm going to go ahead and grab this piece that I have through it, and I'm going to just start pulling it and sliding the rest around it. There we go. Alright. Now there's our foot bag. And we flipped it all the way out. Now, as you can see, we still have these loose stitches that are still out that we need to tighten. And we also need to fill the foot bag full of the filler that we like to use. Now, one of the things that we have to be careful of is we want to make sure that we don't sew the foot bag up with the string still in the middle of the side that's to be finished. So I'm going to go ahead and slide my needle back through pretty much where I'd kind of ended at. And so now you can see this, the string is a little bit on the outside of where I'm going to seal it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill it full of the polypropylene, or the plastic filler. Now to do this, I'm going to go ahead and try to do it a little more quickly by adding some of the filler on this paper. I'm going to make it into like a funnel. And just slide it on in. Alright, that looks good. Nice round shape. Now we're going to go ahead and finish it off. We're going to tighten each thread one at a time, and I'm going to work in from the back. So as I work it in, I'm also going to push down any of the fabric that might be hanging out. One thread at a time. Push that thread down with the fabric. Tighten. Next one. Tighten it. Push that fabric down. Tighten a little bit more. Next one. Push the fabric down. And then it looks like we're at almost at our end point. Last little bit. All right. Push this all in. Go ahead and tighten it. If you need to use the tip of your needle, that's okay. And there we are. We've tightened it. Now, we need to tie the final knot. Now, to tie the final knot, go ahead and tighten it a little bit tighter than I would the other ones, because it's going to have some slack on the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the knots at the end towards the base of it, giving it just a little bit of room, some slack. Now I got to make this a knot that won't come out, so I'm going to go ahead and double it up, some slip knots. I like to do a few of them for my last one. That's 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and do 6. And 6. So that knot looks pretty good. Now before I cut the string, I need to put that knot back inside the foot bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the needle back through the same hole that was just made. The same hole where the string's coming out of. And when I push that needle out the other side, paying close attention not to pierce any of the fabric, I want to go out through some of the triangles. So right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find an opening in between the two triangles. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding it, so I'm going to go ahead and use this tool. I'm going to slide it in between the triangles, and that way, now that I have this tool in here, I'm going to go ahead and put it back through the original hole, find my tool, my little ramp, and there we go. And it comes out the other side. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull it out through the other side. And that last knot, I'm going to just go ahead and tug it on in. Okay. So now that knot's on the inside here. It's hard to even see where it was, but that was where it was at. And this last little bit of string can just be cut right off. And it gets sucked inside the foot bag. Work it in with the hands a little bit. And there we have it. A nice 32 panel foot bag or juggling ball. Good luck with making your own foot bag. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.